Justice and Correctional Services Minister Michael Masuta is seeking legal advice on whether the parole board was right to approve the release of Oscar Pistorius. Masuta decided to intervene after receiving a petition from a women's rights organization. Pistorius is due to be placed on house arrest on Friday after serving a sixth of his 5-year sentence for killing his girlfriend Reva Steenkamp. The Progressive Women's Movement of South Africa says the 10-month length of his imprisonment is an insult to women. The minister says he will announce his decision before Friday. All right, for more on that story, we're joined now on the line by the spokesperson for the minister, Mthunzi Mhaga. He is joining us this morning to chat a bit more about that story that we alluded to a little bit earlier. Mr. Mhaga, very good morning to you. Always a pleasure to have you with us.
Good morning, Ayanda, good morning to your viewers.
When did the department receive this petition?
The department received a petition on Monday, the 17th of August, from Progressive Women's Movement of South Africa.
Talk to me about the time frames, and this is why I asked you when you received the petition. Is it not being left a little bit too late? We knew about this possible release on parole of Oscar Pistorius several months ago, if I'm not mistaken. Why is it that the department has only intervened now?
Look, I need to put the context to this and a bit of background. One, the department has not intervened. It is the minister who is seeking legal opinion from counsel to ascertain whether he is empowered by law to intervene if necessary. But that is done in the context of a petition that has been submitted on Monday, which minister has to respond to. And in the process of responding or considering that petition from that organization, he has to satisfy himself that the process followed in arriving at a decision to place Mr. Pistorius under correctional supervision by the parole board is in compliance with the law. That is what he's seeking to ascertain from legal counsel.
Thank you so much for that clarity. Let's talk a little bit about the advice that the minister has been receiving now. I know that he will apply his mind and he says he will give us an answer before Friday. But within the confines of the law, what can be done? Does he have the authority to delay the release on parole?
Minister only approves or signs off on the final arbiter on offenders who have been sentenced to life imprisonment, not any other offender, which is why he is seeking that legal counsel to say, am I empowered to do anything, if any, or if there's a need to do that? Then he will be able to make that determination before Friday because time is of essence.
So again, back to time frames, by before Friday, what are we talking about? Thursday, today?
It could be today, it could be tomorrow, or any time before his possible release on Friday. But of importance is that that decision and the announcement or communication thereof to affected parties should be done before Friday, which is the date that he is expected to be released.
Well, thank you so much for that information and the clarity. As I mentioned earlier, Mr. Mthunzi Mhaga just bringing us up to speed with the legalities in that particular case. But women's rights groups, of course, as you can imagine, are quite upset by this, especially as this ordeal is taking place within August, which is Women's Month in South Africa. Well, that is a developing story. We'll bring you information as and when the minister makes the announcement. But let's turn our attention